Hello and welcome to another week of This Week in Construction with Steve Kerslake, the founder of Construction Sport. We're back in HQ where things are changing. The list is getting put together. The studio is going to change and guests will be welcomed very, very soon. So what has been going on this week in construction? Going straight to a little bit of news before we touch on ourselves. Multiplex, towers above rest of people or companies in June league table. A one-of-a-kind City of London skyscraper has taken Multiplex to the top of the monthly contract league. Multiplex are smashing it. Huge company in London. We're always walking around London seeing Multiplex everywhere. And we've actually got a few things in the pipeline with Multiplex. So that's exciting. Huge company. Obviously top of the tree at the moment in terms of this league table. That's being featured on Construction News. Interesting times, good times. Our good friends at OnTheTools. The awards for 2024 OnTheTools Awards is now open. Get on there and start getting amongst it. I was part of that awards event last year. I was actually on the judging panel and it was a great crack. What a night. Of all the awards I've been to and different nights out and days out and parties, I'm kind of in the construction world, some of which I've not been too much keen on. This one was a great crack. We had a good laugh. A couple of us went up there, joined the party, and had a really, really good night. It was, one to get amongst. Please get on there, get yourself put down, become a nominee, and you could see yourself lifting the trophy. But the categories that are there this year are the Bathroom Fitter of the Year, Branch Manager of the Year, Bricklayer of the Year, Carpenter of the Year, Community Hero Award, Content Creator Award, Electrician of the Year, Groundwork of the Year, Heating Installer, Kitchen, Landscaper, Painter and Decorator, Plasterer, Roofer, Site Manager, Traditional Craftsperson of the Year, Window Fitter of the Year. Loads on there, loads of opportunities. Get on there, nominate someone, and nominate yourself. A little insider from myself. I was part of the judging panel last year, personally, not talking for everyone, but it really stood out when people put a lot of time and effort into their actual nomination or nominate themselves as such, and that a lot of this stuff is social media pushed because that's obviously how OnTheTools is set up, and that but is pushing and giving the light to the great trades out there. But put yourself a good little eye-capturing video together or do something different what will make you stand out when it comes to getting the judges to choose you. That is a little tip from myself that I personally think worked last year. Get amongst it. Great crack. Good team of people on the tools, you wonderful people. CSCS cards, again, it's come up again this morning in a feed that I'm involved with on LinkedIn. But just remember, guys, I'll keep on reminding you all this year with a CSCS scheme, it is what it is. I don't agree with it. I don't think the card really warrants or shows definitive accreditation or skill set. But you do need to look at your MVQ side of it because come the new year, if things don't change, hopefully they do, but if they don't, you could find yourself in a position where you're not able to get onto site as quick as you need to. What could mean money doesn't come in as quick as we also need it to. But we had a good chat this week and I put it out publicly on LinkedIn. What is the difference between a skilled worker and an unskilled worker? I was proud to say the conclusion I have come to personally is that I am an unskilled worker. I don't have an MVQ in the world of construction. I don't have any formal apprenticeship done. I don't have any continued learning in that way in terms of the academic side of construction. So I am an unskilled worker as a construction worker. Yes, that is what it is. But according to this, if you are a skilled worker, from what we could see, it's kind of if you're an electrician or a plumber and you are continually learning and continually updating your accreditations to keep yourself moving. I kind of get that, but we've got people who are scared of being called a boy or a girl these days. So calling someone an unskilled worker or a skilled worker probably isn't PC anymore, but I'm not getting into that row. I'll be called whatever you like. I've been called a lot worse. If we can't really address someone as a male or a female anymore, how can we address them as a skilled worker or a non-skilled worker? I step back from that one. It's a dangerous subject. I'm not getting involved. I'm too unskilled. Red Construction, doing well again. There's been a company that went bust again last year called Real. Over in the West Country, I believe. Original main contract of Real went in administration last year whilst working on a £13 million scheme called Hollis Wharf, and it spans 45,000 square feet. And they have appointed, down in the southwest, they've appointed Red Construction to come in and trust them to come and take it over. We know Red, they're on the way up and they're doing really well. I know a few guys over there, good team of people, and we like it to see their success and to see them winning more and literally mopping up the pieces of the industry what's struggling, really. So, fair play to them. Euros is coming on. It is coming home. We have been dire. But we are winning, and that's all it takes. Just keep on winning. Do what it takes and win. Wimbledon's on. Lots of sport at the moment. It's good. UFC was on the weekend. Good crack to watch that one. Loads of sport. Good summer of sport coming. But is there anything coming up after Euros and Wimbledon and all that kind of jazz? Not too sure. There's a few boxing fights coming up, isn't there? There's a few good of those ones of them. Oh, Olympics. It's Olympic year as well, isn't it? So, yeah, bring on a wicked summer of sport. If you're around on Thursday, the 18th of July. Here's a Thursday. Thursday, the 18th of July, we're trekking once again London, the famous route that we have now done 3 to 4 times. We're walking from London Liverpool Street, where we'll be meeting approximately around about 6:30, and we'll be strolling to pretty much Buckingham Palace, through Kensington High Street, alongside Harrods, all the way down to Richmond Park. We'll then be turning back on ourselves and coming back via the river and walking down the river all the way down to Tower Hill, and then I found a little establishment this week that we'll be finishing at. So we have an official finish line now to these places because I found a cool place. But we're walking 26.3 miles. We've got a good group of people signing up and getting on board. But if you are interested in joining us for a day's walking, it's not just a walk. It's a lot more than that. It's a great crack. And trust me, come the last 2 or 3 hours of it, things get a little bit more tasty, literally. Please get on board if you want to join us, get amongst us. It's open and free for all. We have a little donations page if people do wish to make a donation. But to us, it is our charitable giving to show that we are providing opportunities for people to get out, stretch their legs, and address mental health in construction. So that's good. We've also got, on the 11th, we are taking on Vinci Construction, or Vinci Facilities. We're taking them on in a football match at Billericay Town Football Club. That'll be a great crack. That is going really well, actually. The planning's going in. The boys are putting the program, match day programs together. Kits are coming together. Kits I've got to go look at straight after this. Remind myself to go and get that picked up. But yeah, all is really good. We went over to Ardmore's site yesterday with our great friends at Cavendish Professionals. Went in there and presented a little bit about construction sport. Had a good chat. Got talking and recruited some construction jiu-jitsu fighters and also some rugby boys as well. So we will be playing rugby on the 23rd of October this year. More to come on that one. I think next week's episode, I will give you all the info you need. So if you're interested in rugby, if you're interested in construction, if you're putting the two and want to put the two together and play, get in touch with us. We'll put you into our big WhatsApp group of rugby lads on construction. We will get you part of what it's all about. A big thank you once again to everybody who's been part of our success to today and for the continued future. More and more companies are starting to get in touch and getting behind us. Recent news of the statistics in construction mental health has meant that other people are starting to realise we are serious about this, even though we can't shout that enough. I've recently had a meeting in person in central London. More will hopefully come of that in due course, but it was a very interesting one with an incredibly kind of senior team of individuals in this industry, the most senior conversations I've had, and it's been good that I've now been included in them after banging the door for so long. But we're nearly there. We're making ways. And we must do more and more and more to make people realise that 749 construction workers took their own life last year in 2022, and not one case was investigated. The HSE does not investigate this. Government does not put means in place to say that legislation covers this. It's a very scary world. But new government coming. When this all goes out, there'll be a new government in potentially. There might be the existing one. Who knows? I don't really understand any of it. I don't really care about them. I just want to know who's in charge at what time, and we can crack on, because it's all a very confusing place these days. Take care. Look after yourselves. Hopefully the sun will shine and we can get amongst the British summertime. It's coming home, we believe.